Hey YouTube, it's Desmond here, and today we'll be taking a look at what you get with the Thunder ZTX-10 kit by ZD Racing. It is a 1/10 scale, 4-wheel drive, off-road truggy, and this is what you get with the kit, except for this motor and heatsink, which I've already installed. So, you have this body. It is made of Lexan and does look pretty strong. Mine came with one little scratch over here, but what I did was I put some little paint actually right over here. I put some black paint, and that pretty much took care of it. You can't see the scratches anymore. It also comes with these two shock towers already pre-built. This one is for the back right here, and this one is the front. Notice the design. Notice the difference in the body holding, body mounts. It also comes with these two, and also this part, which these will connect both of the two shock towers together. You also get a cap for your receiver, as well as a little rubber part, a cap for your receiver and a rubber part to help make it waterproof. This is your steering assembly. I'm not quite sure how this goes together yet, but I know that's what it's for. I'll put it together and see as I go along. This is most likely the steering servo holder. This looks like it's the antenna tube. It does come with the motor pinion gear, but I also have my own on there, so we'll be checking it out with both of those. It comes with extra body clips, one extra body clip, as well as two on there for this battery. And it comes with also it comes with all of your hardware and screws that you need. It has your central dog bone, which will be used to connect the 4-wheel drive together. I've chosen to power it by a brushed 540 size motor. This car was mostly intended for me to be a kind of a lower cost replacement to my modified toy grade FJ Cruiser. This car broke eventually, mainly because the gears wouldn't be properly connected together anymore. The servo though still works perfectly, but I have another one, so I'll just leave that in there just for now in case I ever decide to do anything with this again, play around with it one last time. But it also comes with a manual. The manual is pretty detailed. It also, in addition to just based on some basic driving instructions, it also includes steps about the assembly, although you don't have to do any of the assembly of the differentials. Those are already installed. But from these steps, you'll be able to see how to disassemble it in the event of a crash or need of a repair, or when you're just putting the kit together itself. You will need to supply two things for the kit, and that would be just some basic grease. This is the one I got. That will be put right on these gears that are exposed right here in the shock tower. You'll want to do that just to provide for optimal running lubrication. And then another thing that you want to get is you want to get some Loctite. Put this on all of the screws if possible, just to kind of maximize the strength of the build. And also, I've heard, definitely put it on the wheel nuts. I've heard several other people on YouTube said that they've had issues with the wheel nuts eventually coming off. So just to be safe, you want to make sure the wheel nuts are really tightened, and to put a little bit of Loctite on them. So the kit is pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to do a whole build video on it. Anybody with some basic RC experience should be able to put it together. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now, and then after that, come back, show how he looks, and perhaps even do a very short running video of it outside. So here, I have the completed ZTX-10 racing kit. There's the front, here's the side, and here we have the back. Here's also a view of the top right here. So now I'll take the body off. So inside here, there's the shock tower, which connects through these three pieces holding the whole car together. Here's where the battery goes. The servo will be slotted into this side using 2 clips and screwed to these 2 mounts, which are located right here, and one is underneath that piece right here. The servo arm connects here with 1 joint and then a 2nd joint, which allows this whole thing to be turned. Here I've got a brush 540 installed. Didn't want to overpower this too much. Now I already have run this several times outside. One thing I do notice is that the suspension seems too soft. So what I'm going to do eventually is get some shock coil with a thicker weight, put that in there, and then we're going to see how that goes. Got a pretty inexpensive ESC that I just had around, that's what I'm using. This thing works good on 2S LiPo, 3S heats up too much. Now with a brush motor, the gearing does tend to heat up fairly quickly, and I previously did not have this heat sink on it, but that pretty much made the problem manageable. The motor still gets up to about 112 degrees Fahrenheit, but that is within acceptable range. Car's held up to some jumps well, but it's got a few scratches because of that soft suspension. Suspension is softer in the rear than in the front, which actually in my application doesn't work out too well, so I might try to change that around. But the receiver has stayed pretty dry. I've run this in a little bit of rain and that's held up so well. So yeah, let's take it out. Let's put it on a 2S 1800 milliamp battery, and let's get some video of it.